Hey everybody, this is Sinspeaks, and welcome to another episode of RWBY Jumpchain Villains! Today we don't have Malachi with us because we start this day earlier because I actually have a work thing to do tomorrow. Woot woot, I'm actually getting to, working and whatnot. Yay! Sounds so fun. I'm actually going to be working for a music place up the street, hopefully. But anyways, so last episode, Roasted told Ozpin about the fact that he had a secondary virus, which was bad for Ozpin. Very, 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 very bad for Ozpin, especially since the entire thing is basically getting started now. Woot woot. At that exact moment in time, both Corrin's character and Ron's character both vanished into thin air, and Burnett and Malachi came back. Burnett was eating something. We assume a, biscuit? Bread piece? Pastry? Gingerbread man? Yeah, gingerbread man. There he is.
This ain't Christmas!
It's obviously Christmas, damn it!
Everybody loves their gingerbread.
It's October!
Don't you know, Christmas comes before Thanksgiving.
Ooh, even better.
You know,
Pumpkin spiced gingerbread.
Thanksgiving for Canada is in the middle of October.
I know, it's weird. But anyways, so as you guys have seen from the Heroes episode as well, they had an interesting photo there, and then the villains had an interesting photo here. So if you guys want to know what happened to Burnett and to Malachi, go check that fun stuff out. But anyways, so now we're here. Burnett has come back in the middle of an entire crowd of people screaming, and by that I mean literally entire crowd of people screaming because, everything is getting done. I'm not using the tournament map here just because it's easier to use this one.
Basically, the match was over and everyone started for cheer.
Yeah. And so, match was over, people started cheering. You pointed out the fact that you had virus. Ozpin got the look of, I should have worn my brown pants today.
Mm-hmm.
And then...
After they disappeared, I guess we talked for a little bit and before I had to tell Cinder.
Pretty much.
I really should have wore brown pants today.
You would like. I look at you when you come out like, where the heck were you? And why are you eating Are you seriously eating gingerbread?
Yes.
Oh, seriously. Well, give me a second. Rogue, is everything ready?
Should be.
All right. I call Cinder. Cinder. Ozpin already knows.
Sounds like we're going to have to speed things up a little bit here. I was really hoping you are to advance for the next round.
It's fine. Besides, everything's already in place. They knew nothing about the other thing, and the trains are still in place. So why don't we move that along? And it's about time to make your speech, isn't it? And do you have the secret plans for when Atlas hits to destroy Atlas's reputation?
It should be quite interesting to use this. Are you all ready?
All right. Yep, everything is ready. But we might need to do it now, because apparently the jumpers of the hero world they didn't record everything, but Ozpin heard that I had a second virus in place. So we need to do it before he warns General Ironwood.
So you notice that some of the people in the crowd have started looking at their phones, kind of curious as to what's happening, as the symbol appears on pretty much all of them. Oobleck leans forward as he's like, "Ladies and gentlemen, we seem to have lost connection." Huh. Wow.
Make your speech, Cinder.
You hear over the let me pull up Cinder's thing, such as a little bit more. Well, let me zoom in right here. There we go. Let me just shrink. Well, that's the wrong screen to shrink your people. Hold on. Just got lean in. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. We're totally professional here. Let me just shrink. There you go. And shrink. There we go. And then just shrink a little bit more. There we go. Now to find Cinder's character. On. There you are. Let me just make her stupidly big, so it's just awkward. There we go. Does this look awkward enough? No, there we go. Does that look awkward enough for you? There we go. That looks awkward enough, I think. There we go. Totally looks awkward enough. As
All right.
yeah, you guys hear all the speakers. Well then, ladies and gentlemen, as you can clearly see from the battle that has unfolded before you, your dear headmaster Osbin has been lying to you for a very, very long time. See, these battles are not staged just for your entertainment. These battles are staged in order to show the world who is really the leaders here. She pulls up a scoreboard of everyone who's won so far. As you may notice, every single one who has won so far has been a Vale combatant. Every single battle that has been won has been Vale. The games were rigged from the very beginning. All Vale should be going forwards. This is on purpose. Osbin wanted to show that his students were the best around. They wanted to show that no matter what, his students would be the ones to win. Isn't that a shame, Osbin? From the looks of it, from the scoreboard, it really does look like everything was rigged in order to just be completely in Vale's favor in every way, shape, and form. It's kind of amazing, actually. As she leans forward again. Now, if you look at your scrolls or look at any, television or anything that you guys are seeing, you may notice these plans. She pulls out plans that you recognize as the hardware for Penny. As Penny is also put into the middle of the battlefield. You notice that technically it should have been Penny's battle. That was next. Interesting timing. As Penny is now standing in a circle of people who are all viciously looking at her like she is a piece of meat and they all ravage dogs that have not been fed for years. They should be dead, but they're not. As she continues once more. Penny here, Penny Palladina, is a cybernetic creature. She is not even a little bit of flesh. She has aura, yes. But does aura really make a human? Does having a soul really make you anything more than a simple toy that is being pulled along with strings from dear old Mr. Ironwood? Now, here's the question, ladies and gentlemen of the jury. Why would Atlas make a humanoid instead of just using a human? Where is she going to be sent next? Who will she fight? Aside from you. This, ladies and gentlemen, is why we should never, ever trust those above us. I'm assuming that at this point, cannon is being fired, and by cannon I mean a ginormous dust round, as well as the entire city being exploded by a giant train.
Yep. So, yeah,
Serious punctuation there.
Yeah, I'll add the sound effects later in one day.
Yeah, ginormous train breaking the city, which you guys aren't close to, by the way. You guys can see in the distance as you guys are currently floating in a massive city of Vital above the city of Vale. It seems like the city of Vital actually moves a little bit. Not canon, but we're making it.
Yeah.
Because I can.
So yeah, there's two giant explosions that go off. I guess probably right around here and over there somewhere. I don't.
Bang bang shishigami. Anyways.
And then there's a giant dust round that fires directly in the heart of town here.
Mm-hmm. Which is significant, and by significant I mean it literally takes out an entire section of the town. As she calls all the speakers. And now it seems like dear old Ironwood's robots are actually attacking you. Oh, how painful it is to have someone you look up to for so long tear you down. You may know she's finding great joy in this. But yeah. And so a lot of explosions are happening, and then she plays live footage of the direct center of town, which of course causes people to be kind of confused as to why she's playing direct, footage onto a very peaceful section of the town, before, once again, her words are punctuated by a train coming out of the ground. And by coming out of the ground, I mean literally exploding out of the ground as if you just fired bazooka out of the ground and it did not stop at the ground before it lands. Yeah, also there's a lot of explosions as each and every single one of the train cars are filled with dust. Different dust just make a spectacular fireworks display. Both lightning, fire, ice, everything kind of dust you can imagine, explodes and various fireworks and whatnot. And from the looks of the horrified people in the stands, you're not quite sure if they're understanding how awesome fireworks are. Come on, man. But anyways, as, explosions happen and, death rains down and Grimm start flooding town, and she's like, now you see, we have to take over. We have to put an end to Ozpin and Ironwood's cruel hands. Now, there are many ways to do this, but not very many that will result in not a lot of death. So we just decided to go with the fastest route, which was burn down the town and rebuild it from the ground up. Now, for huntresses and huntsmen that are inside the stands right now, watching their poor, poor town violently explode as if you took a barrel of firecrackers and wait, what are they called? Fireworks. Firecrackers and fireworks and lit it up like 4th of July. I don't know if they actually have 4th of July here, but I'm going to say they do. And you put it into the middle of your town. You don't look very happy about it, but it's something you simply must do. So we have Grimm attacking you two.
Oh wait, do I need to have that sound?
No, you're welcome to.
Okay, and let me pull it up very quickly. We are totally professional here. Give me a minute.
Totally professional. The least professional one of us.
And then everyone around the rim, around in Vital Festival, hears a terrifying sound that they've never heard before.
Yeah, you notice that does start a chain reaction, and pretty much everybody in the stands go from, I should have brought my brown pants today, to, are you sure that's not red pants? To, are you sure we have legs? To, alright, well now we're screaming. Not quite sure if they need legs in the first place, but if they aren't covered with brown at this point, you're fairly certain not doing the right job.
And my character just looks over to Yang. Does she look over to me?
She does, mostly because she's about to punch you in the face. She's about 2 inches from your face.
Before me and Rogan Azul and Malachi had the door, I say to him in Mouthless and say, "Thank you for the hair, lady."
She almost gets to you, almost punches you in the face, but unfortunately, well, you have a lot of things protecting you, namely Emerald smacking the crap out of her. She looks.
My character goes over to her very quickly, but because she's kind of knocked a little bit. I say, "Thank you for the hair, Yang. It was nice knowing you. And also, by the way, I'm glad I was able to cut a portion of it off."
She looks at you with a stare that you're not quite sure is counted as cold, or you should have worn your brown pants today because my fists don't go so far up your pants that you ain't gonna be able to taste anything other than brown.
And I guess I just look at him and be like, "Bon voyage. Sorry, but I've got a date with somebody."
I'm just gonna stay back to make them think I'm not even associated.
Yeah.
And then the whole screens go off and say, "Warning, Grim level, threat level 10. Evacuate immediately."
You also notice that her eyes seem to take a slightly different color. The only thing that really pops up in your brain in order to compare this color to would be a summer sunset, but it's also mixed with her red, so it's kind of weird. It kind of like hurts your eyes a little bit looking at it. As she starts to get back up again, her hair flowing behind her, she starts cracking her knuckles. That's gonna be the last thing that you're gonna say for a very long time.
Like I said, we got a date with somebody, so I think you might want to save your little friends over there. And all of a sudden, a Nevermore comes from the top. Like from the show, I'm sorry.
No, you're good. That makes a lot of sense, actually. The Nevermore is not as big as it was before, but it's still angry. And it's also quite annoying. And by annoying, I mean it's literally trying to eat one of her friends. This is quite annoying. The Nevermore, however, doesn't have brown pants, so it cannot shat itself as she rips off its head.
I guess we're gone.
Yeah, you guys are long gone by the time that she rips that thing's head off, but you can still hear it hitting the wall behind you. And by that, I mean you can see the wall denting itself.
I'm just gonna be sitting with Ruby, watching as she just tears everything apart.
I swear. You're just like standing on the sidelines and be like, where's my popcorn?
Yeah. He's just kind of like ignored you guys, like, oh, what you guys are doing something? Yeah, I'm not even a part of you guys.
I guess before we head down, there's a bowl and right at the edge of the arena. Because wait, does Rogue have the thing that I do?
Which thing?
What is it? Crap. What was it? Landing strategy?
Rogue does not.
I do not know.
I do.
So you're gonna have to take something that can help you on the way down.
Or you could jump.
I'll.
Jump, break your ankles.
I do have mirror edge
Parkour skills.
Parkour
Yeah, but
skills.
but you're all the way up in the sky. I don't know if you can survive all the way down there and try to grab onto something.
Well, I do have a pickaxe, so.
Okay.
Yeah, you just kind of slam your pickaxe into a building. The building gets chopped in half, clearly, because you're going down at near terminal velocity. But you manage to slow yourself down. Building's not particularly happy.
Like to fly a little bit. Well, hover.
Yeah, more or less.
Building doesn't have any feelings.
The building is rather sad, the fact that it was wearing its not brown pants today.
I crashed right into the top of Ozpin's office. God damn it!
Rogue quickly joins you. You notice that the building is secure, and by secure I mean it's blaring red lights. You're fairly certain that's secure. You're also bleeding from several wounds.
Oh,
Turns out when you slam your entire chest frame at near terminal velocity, obviously slowed down a little bit, into a window, it doesn't really split itself, it just kind of goes in.
I swear, that is the last time I'm shoving through a fucking light like that. I thought my gosh damn parasite would protect me, but no, it didn't.
You just hear inside your head, nah, bro.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
Anyway, hold on. Healing factor.
You're more or less fine now. It still kind of feels like someone stabbed you in the gut, but you're used to that.
I swear, somebody calls.
There's the music last there.
I swear, somebody calls me Spider-Man. I'm going to knock someone out.
Okay.
Rogue is so tempted.
Then can
Anyway.
we call you? Never mind. I'm not gonna say it.
What were you gonna call me?
Park.
Park? Oh, you bastard!
I don't think he parked very
Well, at least I
well.
didn't call you Uncle Ben, so.
Oh,
Oh, fuck you too.
oh, that's painful. Oh, that hurts.
I like how
Come
he
on,
said, "Go figure." I went,
Damn,
wait.
son.
Give me some sympathy here.
Backhanding him. Come on.
Anyway, I guess since the town's on fire, don't know next.
Yeah. So now we're here at Osmond's office. What are we gonna do? What's the plan?
Well, we gotta wait for Miss Cinder.
We always have to.
I guess. Wait a minute. Is his computer still on very quickly?
It
Or is it
is
shut down?
on fire.
Gosh damn it. Let me see if I can, gosh damn it. Let me see if I can plug something in very quickly. Nope, I can't.
The moment you try plug something in, you see on the screen a gigantic letters that say, "I am on fire!"
Oh, wow, even... Wow.
Computer.
I guess I
That
should
is
shoot,
funny.
and I guess I should, and because of that, I just shoot the computer and just say, I just put it out of its misery.
They had feelings. Come on.
What is this? What is this? Skynet?
Maybe. I mean, it could have been more fun to play with.
Whatever.
I mean, it sounds
Well,
like it.
at least on the populace.
So I said
Yeah.
Cinder comes in?
Yeah, at this point, Cinder comes in, kind of looks at you standing over a on fire. I think at this point it'd just be called a pile of crap. But, yeah. She kind of just, like, looks at it and is like, what happened?
I was trying to see if I could download some stuff from Ozpin's computer, but apparently the thing decided to explode. It set up on fire, so I put it.
But then you shoot it. To be honest.
Shoot it, burn it, don't care. It don't have feelings.
It yelled at us fire. Like it
It's
was a person.
it's a computer.
I know, that's why I thought.
Self-aware computer.
You just shot a computer.
Anyway. Wait a minute, let me see if I hear something outside very quickly. Nope.
You're fairly certain that your range of hearing extends to the computer.
Yeah. But is Rogue able to hear it, though?
Oh, let me roll.
I know you don't have sense, but, like, we're inside Ozpin's office and everything.
His range of hearing extends to the computer.
I can't
go that far.
Yeah, there's a lot of screaming outside. There's also a lot of fire and a lot of explosions because you keep burning and breaking the building. Also, the amount of Grim that are screaming outside is kind of like possibly gave you guys tetanus. You're not entirely sure, but you're fairly certain that if you tried stepping outside, your ears would start bleeding. You don't really want to take the chance.
The sound of pure chaos.
Yeah.
I think the Jumper God will be pleased with what we've done here.
I believe so. I mean, if this doesn't, then what just does?
Cinder once again raises her eyebrow at you before she simply shrugs and gestures forwards. Shall we get going then?
Yes, Rogue. If you
Yes.
don't want to join us, Rogue. If you don't want to join us, you don't have to.
Yeah,
I'm over near a fire cooking a pizza.
Was that Rogue?
Wait, what? You're doing what?
Cooking a pizza?
You guys could just Rogue like is kind of contemplating, just like looks outside, and he just sees in the distance Burnett making a pizza.
That better be pepperoni.
It's meat lovers.
to be honest, I'm not sure if I will be useful outside. I probably wouldn't know what to do
Well,
myself. So.
Well, I think Team RWBY will be on their way here. If you want to agree.
Yeah, I guess I can. I'll do it. See how I know.
Cinder leans outside the window for a second. Ah, well, your time is better than nothing. They're currently climbing up the wall.
Okay, I'll try to
Great.
stop him.
Great. I guess I'll be taking care of RWBY when this is over. But I do want to spare Team RWBY. I want to see how far they're willing to go.
Cinder looks over the edge again. It would appear that it's only the white-haired one, Ruby herself. Shouldn't be too much of a difficulty.
All right.
Ruby, that'll be interesting.
All right. You can deal with those two, but just try to stay alive, Rogue. Out of all of them, I whispered, probably the only one I really like.
Okay. Okay. Well, I've already had battle experience with Weiss, so let's see how our knees are. Let's see how our knees are feeling.
All right. My character goes in the elevator with Cinder, and I contact Roman and says, "Roman, are you out of the city finally?"
Huh? What? Wait, I was supposed to get out of the city? I was supposed to be in the city? When was I supposed to be in the city? Neo! When was I supposed to be in the city? Oh, that's right, you're not saying anything. Sorry, I was not in the first city in the first place. What?
Okay, good. Just make sure. Here, where are you at?
I'm currently somewhere in between Mistral and Vale, somewhere around that area, kind of in the
Good.
just around the
Make sure you guys
continent, yeah.
don't Make sure you guys don't come back to Vale. Also, he clicks his phone very quickly. I have to thank Rogue for this app. I sent about 500. I sent about 1 million lien to you as compensation for what you've done. Just
Sweet.
take it as a gift.
Will
Just
do.
Make sure you keep your. Just make sure you keep your head out of Vale probably for a long time.
You see, buddy, one thing that I'm really, really good at is surviving. And you know what is really bad? He holds his phone outside the window, which you can hear the explosions from Vale. Explosions! You know what's really bad for your body? Getting hit with an explosion.
Well, yeah. I don't want you and Neo to die, because to be honest, you two are probably better off than everything.
I am a
Also,
survivor,
Neo.
my good friend. That is all I ever
So
do.
tell Neo I said hi.
He looks at Neo and waves. Okay.
What?
Oh, damn.
So the 10 means the wolves sitting there to me finish freaking...
So, Rogue, at this point, I'm assuming you just jumped out of the building, or?
Yeah, I jumped out of the building, and
As you're falling, you just see in the distance, Burnett surrounded by Beowulfs. They don't seem to be attacking him or anything. They're just looking at him. It's kind of awkward.
that's odd. But that's Zool. He's a wonder. Okay.
Yeah.
Should have expected nothing more, nothing less.
Roll d20. See whether or not you can actually land without hurting yourself severely.
Alright, okay.
Oh,
Roll 1.
Roll, rogue. Oh, shit!
You see that picture of the cats doing the French fry. That's just you. Really is. So you jump out the window, you look at Burnett, and you do that like thinking pose kind of while you're free falling over 200 meters. As you kind of look at Burnett, you're just kind of fused before you remember you're free falling 200 some meters. You mainly remember this because you hear Ruby shouting, "Oh my god!" before you hit the ground. And by hit the ground, I mean you flatten yourself against the ground.
Oh.
I recommend you take a potion for that.
Of course. I mean, I shouldn't have thought that out better. Take a potion.
Yeah, it was not very polite. You take a potion, you can feel multiple of your bones reforming themselves since you pretty sure you splattered many of your insides.
That was not a good follow.
Weiss just kind of looks at you for a second. She's like, She looks all the way up the tower and then back at you. Did you just jump? Are you? I'm sorry. Do you have suicidal feelings?
Not normally, no. But I do have a semblance that likes to, attack me at times. So there's that.
Oh. Well, your semblance just shocked the living hell out of you again.
Oh, like that. That is. What? He hasn't killed me yet, so I guess just makes me stronger. I don't know.
Sir, you're smoking.
Like I said, as long as I'm not dead, I'm good.
Huh. Ruby looks at you for a second before looking up the tower again. Well, we need you to kind of move a little. I don't really want to step on you, but you're kind of directly in the way of where we're going.
Where would that be? Depends.
She points up the tower.
Well, I'm afraid to say this, but can't wait to go in there.
Ruby immediately pulls out her sniper rifle scythe, and with the flames behind her, it looks pretty awesome until, well, she stubs her toe a little bit. Ow, ow, ow. I meant to do that!
I'm sure you did.
Weiss, of course, just sighs. Anyways, now on to, as you and Team RWBY, well, half of it anyways, Team RW. Team RWA. There. RWA. Yes, you're fighting Team RWA. Yeah, Team B is not here yet. Yeah, no. Well, as you're getting ready to fight them, and by getting ready, I mean you attempt to stand up after being electrocuted and falling 200 meters.
Yeah,
You're fairly
my neck's
certain.
being a little shaky.
Yeah, you're fairly certain most of your bones are still regrowing, and so is your stomach.
Yeah,
Having stomach acid filling your entire lower intestines is not pleasant. No,
yeah, it's not.
kind of gives you heartburn.
I don't. I don't. I don't.
Hmm?
That fall must have affected my brain or something. Because I can't think of a word. Endorse. I don't endorse doing that. That's the word.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, of the jury, and by jury I mean audience, don't free fall 200 meters without a parachute. It's not fun.
Yes,
Welcome.
it's not fun.
Welcome to extreme sports.
No, right? All right. So Burnett, you are with a bunch of beowulfs. You are slowly cooking a pizza, as a bunch of them are surrounding you. You're not quite sure if they're hungry or if they're bored. However, you also remember that beowulfs don't get hungry. No Grim ever does, actually. So you're not entirely sure if they're waiting for you to finish so they can rip you apart easier and they might have something to play with, or if they're just bored or stupid.
It might be a combination.
They might be a combination, you're not quite sure.
Okay.
Either that or they smell the blood of many of their own.
Yeah. So back with Cinder and Roasted, they've been patiently waiting in this elevator that's going down 300-something meters.
Quick question. The elevator doors open up very quickly, and we see Filthy Frank, like, walk to the right. Oh, shit!
It just stops. That's like, you guys are going down like 300 meters, so it stops a little bit early, and Cinder just like looks at you. Doors slowly open. You just see Filthy Frank like slouching over there, like, welcome to the rice fields. Wrong. He clicks the button. Cinder's just like,
I thought that fucking guy. Let's never talk about this, please.
da 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 da. It was quite possibly the most annoying elevator music you've ever heard, and you guys still got quite a ways to go as Cinder just kind of sighs. Well, this is awkward.
Well, what do you expect?
I feel like Ospen should have made a faster tower.
Well, what do you expect from this guy? He probably has too much time.
True.
I don't think he ever expected the damn elevator.
Wonder how long it took him to get down there the first time.
We should be down there in a few, like, probably about a 2. Though, did they already use the elevator?
Yeah, they've already gone down there quite a while ago. So basic.
So is Spirit down there with him?
But anyway, so as you guys are slowly going down the elevator, you were going to cut right back towards Rogue. Rogue, as your insides are finally healing themselves, and you're fairly certain all of your stomach acid is back in your stomach. You could be wrong about that. It kind of feels like it's swishing around a bit, but that's not really too much of a worry. Ruby's like, we don't have to fight.
What makes you say it?
Well, you could easily just let us pass. Well, you could stay here with, Weiss, like, do a little bit of the talkie, talkie.
I'm all for talking, but to be honest, the person hired me. I'm afraid if I do out to talking, let you pass. Yeah, she might have my head. So.
Well, you see, how about if we make a compromise and I give you a cookie? She holds out a cookie.
A cookie. Do you know how criminals work?
I give you a cookie, you let me pass. Is that how that works? What? Why? What do you think?
You is talking for a cookie, and I don't let you pass, so I can't let you pass.
Well, how about we make a deal? I'll eat this cookie and beat you to the ground, and I'll go up anyways. Or you eat this cookie and I don't beat you into the ground.
Well, to be honest, you make a fair point, but I am always ready for a fight. As I take my crossbow out and change it into a double-ended pickaxe blade.
You also once again get shocked. She looks at you as like, are you sure?
like I said, I'm always up for a good fight. But it'll be fair. But like I said, I cannot let you pass or get that tower.
She raises her eyebrow. You look like you're just constantly being shocked. I don't think that counts as being ready for a fight. I could be wrong here, but I feel like a cookie might be better for you.
True, but never. But either way, I'm always getting shocked by my semblance. It's kind of a trade-off of sorts. But at this point, I'm getting very used to the small shocks. The big one still down, but oh, excuse me, sorry. Ate before the fight. Anyways, we
don't worry about it.
I think that with time, even those big shocks won't affect me anymore. I am getting stronger.
She raised her eyebrow. Well, it sounds like we're in for a good fight. As she immediately tries running past you.
Oh no! I just changed my projection to a crossbow and I just fire lightning at her.
Immediately hits the ground as she like starts sliding on the ground. Ow! That was not my best plan.
As I said, you're not getting through me.
Damn it! I thought that was gonna work.
Yeah, it's not gonna work, but so.
Jesus. Alright. So, and then, Burnett, it sounds like your pizza is done now. What was your pizza?
I just ran into Blake and Yang to see if they wanted to eat.
I know, right?
I'm thinking, like, why would they want pizza? Okay, like, you're gonna go Red Lobster at the end of the world.
Oh, Jesus Christ. But yeah, you do notice that, Blake is not Blake, Blake. Blake is running past you. Seems like she's on either a, trying to find someone to murder, or she's trying to run away from being murdered. You're not quite sure which one it is at this point, and you're not quite sure if you want to know. It's a little bit big. Well, what do you do? Do you, like, try to stop her? Do you just, like, let her run past? Do you look at her with a somewhat irritated mood as you chomp down on your pizza and wear your brown pants this time instead of your white ones?
I'm wearing red ones.
Oh, that's even worse. Now no one can tell if you're on fire.
Well, there's a reason I'm wearing red.
Ah. But anyway, so she runs past you, barely even glancing at you. Glancing for a couple seconds at your pizza, because she appears to be hungry, but not more than that. She runs directly past you.
Also, a bean if it gets on anything other than red.
I know, right? And then you also see Yang, about 5 minutes later, passing you as well. She stops for a second to look at your pizza for a little bit longer time. She's apparently even more hungry, but proceeds to run past as well. Do you stop that? Do you say anything about this? Do you just continue eating your lovely pizza?
I'm gonna finally ask what they're doing.
Yang stops for a moment and looks at you. Considering you're the only one on their team that hasn't tried to murder her at this point, to the best of my knowledge, she looks and she says, I'm trying to find Blake. Do you know where she went?
Yeah, she just ran past.
Oh.
Like a few seconds earlier.
She pumps her fist. Do you need help taking care of those? Grim, they seem to be staring at you.
I don't know what they're doing, but they're letting me enjoy the pizza. Do you want some?
Oh, yeah, absolutely, sure. It walks up, takes the pizza. You sure you don't need help with these guys? I'm itching for a fight, you know.
Well, they've been sitting here since I started fixing the pizza, so I'm not really concerned about them.
Alright. Well, this way? This way was there? Yeah. Oh, well, it was... thanks for the pizza. This is really good. Where'd you find this?
I made it.
Oh. You have talent for being a chef. Alright, well, I'm gonna go find Blake. Hopefully, I get some people to break into pieces. So, bye. Alright. She just runs off in direction blank.
It's like watching, like, at the end of the, like, okay, where's my last meal I want for Christmas?
It's like the end of the world's coming around you, and dude's just like, so, pizza?
Yeah, just eating a pizza, having a pizza and just watching the world burn. So.
It's just like, what is going on? But okay, so we go back to,
I guess we're at the end of the elevator.
finally, you know, this thing has all been going on, you just hear, ding! She's like, oh, thank God, the music stopped.
Thank you very fucking much.
The music finally stopped. It was one of the most annoying things you've ever had to deal with, besides, of course, you know, Burnett, but, you know. Just out. Alright, so you guys finally get to the bottom of the elevator, and you're a good size right there. You're a good size. Don't worry about it. You're a good size.
Yeah, I guess Ozpin's over here.
Yeah.
He's in that too.
Yeah, Pyrrha and what's her face? Yeah. I do.
Okay.
Hey, there
right
you
now
are.
They don't notice us because they're so focused.
Where's my Jean? Well, Jean's of course staring directly at you guys, and you're fairly certain that may possibly be his urine on the ground. You're not entirely certain though. It doesn't really have a smell like you're usually used to, but you're fairly certain that's his urine.
Well, I think he'd be paying more attention to Vera's screams.
Well, he was told to, if he wanted to help, that he had to watch out for people. So, she's screaming, and his first response is, shit, I better not let anybody touch her or else she's gonna die. Shit, she's dying. But, so he's like staring at you guys, as, of course, she's screaming, and Osmond's like, is everything going alright, the Ark? To which his response is,
And I guess, let me see what I do. Okay. Ooh!
Ooh la la.
I'd be like, I'm not gonna. Is it okay if I stab her first?
She looks at you. If she dies, everything goes according to plan.
Yeah. And I use my Grim Parasite and stab it through the glass.
Shink, shink. Jean is once again, like, he follows the thing as Ozpin gives what you can only imagine is the sigh of a person who really wishes that he wore anything other than brown pants today.
Hello, dear Ozpin. Or should I call you Ozma?
I figured this day would come eventually, as he turns around and walks over to Jean d'Arc. Jean,
You're already too late.
John, I need you to do something very important for me that you will probably never ever be able to understand for the rest of your entire existence. Jean looks down with a very confused look. He then punches John in the face until John's out cold.
Really?
Well, being unconscious makes it so he stops peeing on the floor.
You're already too late now.
You notice that Pure gets out of there and starts dry heaving on the ground. Well, being too late is one thing, being able to save at least one student is yet another.
Vera, I think you might want to get John out of here. Don't worry, I won't shoot you in the back.
You know, she finally stops, expending her entire contents of her stomach onto the ground. She starts to stand back up. I can still fight. Probably. You're not quite sure if she's just stubborn as hell because she looks like she's about to die just standing up.
And I guess the rest of the Fall Maiden powers go to her.
Mm-hmm. As Cinder smiles. You can notice that her eyes seem to change into a color which you're not quite sure what you would define as, but her eyes seem to also have like weird glowing marks that come out from them.
Why can't I have eyes like that?
Well, are you a girl?
No.
Well, there you go. Girls have the best eyes.
Whatever. And Vera, I think you should get John out of here. I think the big boys play the game, nigger, now.
Ospen looks to her and simply says, "Unfortunately, my dear, I believe he is correct. It is time for you to leave." Considering she's about 17 levels above him, and she's fairly certain that if she ignored him, she would get stabbed by him as well as John. But, you know, so she just kind of runs past the two of you. You're not quite sure if she's crying, dry heaving, being punched in the gut, or dying inside. It might be a combination of all of them, but in total, she looks really, really bad.
You know what, Ospen? She was right about you. Such arrogance. Also, I think she wants to say hi. Puppet?
The puppet comes out again. It looks bored. I'll be honest, it looks kind of bored as it pops out Salem's face.
She wants to say hi again.
Hello, Ozma. Long time no see. He looks at her with a face that you can only say is, "I'm stone cold and I did wear my brown pants, so shut up." As he looks and he's like, "Hello there, dear Salem. It has been a very long time. How's the kids?" You notice that her look went from, "I'm cool and kind-hearted" to, you know that sign in anime where they have like that hashtag mark on their forehead to illustrate the sign that they're quite angry? She has that. She has about 50 of them at the moment. She turns to the two of you. "When you kill him, do it painfully. And, remove every last part of him. Maybe flay him, you know, across the... Maybe, like, rip off his flesh. You know, give him a little bit of a painful... Anyway, you know what? Have fun. Have fun. Just have fun." Shit disappears. Have fun.
Also, Ozma, you lied to me.
He raises his eyebrow. Oh?
You knew more about these pendants than you did tell me about.
I knew exactly as much about those pendants as I did tell you. They are very, very old objects that very few people know about. Is that not what I said?
Is that so? Then why did the virus that I had to delete pick up some ruins?
Because I'm one of the few people that does know something about it. I simply said that it was old, and that very few knew. I did not say whether or not I knew about it.
You got me there. Oh, hold on. I'm getting contacted. Oh, what's going on?
They're wanting to talk, and they want to get past, Ruby and, Weiss. I'm letting them pass. I'm already shocked, before trying to pass me, but I've already told them they're not getting past me, so...
You do notice in the background is Ruby randomly punching him in the face, and her responding by punching her in the gut until she throws up. It's common back and forth at this point.
Good.
I'd love to deal with you, Ozpin. Believe me, I'd love to deal with you. But I think Cinder has a little bit of fair game here with you.
Eat my cookie!
I will not eat your... I will eat your cookie, but you're not getting past me. I'm sorry. That's not how it works.
Ospen raises his eyebrow. Is that Miss Rose on the other end?
Yes, it is. She's currently beating me, or trying to beat me to pass me.
Oh.
Looks like I gotta go deal with some kids. I guess the war will begin again now. Oh well.
Dark versus light. He puts down, he slams down his cane, making the entire room rumble. A tale as old as time.
Cinder, he's all yours.
She looks to you out of the corner of her eye for a moment before she smiles. Well, I suggest you better leave.
I know. I'm dealing with the battle of the gods here. And besides, I don't want you to roil your fun with him. But make sure you do give me one thing. Make sure to give me his coffee cup at least, or glasses.
I will do my best. You notice that Ozpin looks at her for a second before walking back and placing his coffee cup on like the monitor here before walking back again.
That reminds me, give me a second. Hello, everyone. I've got a special treat for you. I'm going to play a song. This is how Ozpin conceived. Oh gosh, damn it! I don't have a violin. Where the fuck's a violin? You guys go on ahead. I'm gonna go. Fuck. Where the hell is it? Where the fuck is it? I had a violin here. Ow!
You hear Ozpin like speak to you, be like, "Dude, do you need a hand? I probably have some violence somewhere. I'm not really sure where." But...
Okay, I found one. Here it is.
Oh, okay.
This is a song for how Ozpin couldn't save everyone in Vale and how everyone in Vale is stupid. Okay, you know what? Screw you all. It'd been hilarious if I had...
Ozpin looks at you very curiously for a second. He's like, "Do you want violin? I could probably. You want me to find the violin?"
No. Fuck you.
You sure? Okay.
I swear, my grim parasite. Next time you better make a fucking better violin than that. Oh.
I haven't played violin before. Shut up.
Anyway, you two have fun. I'm gonna go fuck off. Bye.
As you're leaving into the elevator once more, well, you're attempting leaving the elevator, you have to wait for it to come down.
And the music is still playing, and what do I do? Do I endure it, or do... Yes, I endure it. Oh, actually, no, do I shoot it?
I'm pretty sure you shoot. But as the doors are closing after you shoot, hopefully not damaging any of the internal stuff that allows you to get out of there, you see that Ozpin and her are fighting almost as fast as the eye can see. It's mostly a blur of red, blood, fire, burning ashes, and his cane. For some reason, you're very, very good at seeing his cane. You're not quite sure why. It's just his cane is very obvious. As you go up, and we go back to Rose.
Also, I also quickly messaged Cinder like on his phone because I don't get distracted. Finally, let me know when he dies because I'm gonna do something funny.
I managed to fix the peach pie while walking away from the...
The Grim decide to attack you. No. Now that you have a horde behind you now. There's like 50 Grim behind you, but they're all just kind of looking at you and following you. It's kind of awkward, to be honest. It's like that, you don't have that weird, creepy stalker chick behind you, and you just like kind of... It's like if you have an entire school, and they're all creepy stalkers, but in this case, they're all Grim. And they're just kind of following you. It's really awkward. Not quite sure how to break it to them that you don't like them that way.
So I guess with that number, with that 5, the elevator opens up to Filthy Frank again. And I'm like, no, you stay back.
He leans next to the elevator's open. He's just like, "Would you like to touch some butts, kids?"
I'm going to close the damn door. Fuck you.
You can kind of like almost hear through the elevator as it starts to go up again. He's like, "Does that mean you don't like my butt? My booty?"
I hate everyone. I'm going to kill everyone.
We look back at Rogue as he is fighting RWBY and Weiss. Both of them have not really gotten past him at this point. Weiss has 4 times now accelerated RWBY to unbelievable speeds. Fortunately, Rogue is really, really good at shocking himself, which tends to go to other people. Twice now, he's managed to shock RWBY into almost unconsciousness. And himself. That's also quite often.
So, do you give up yet?
Time for my last attack. She puts a cookie in her mouth. Yes, the cookie attack.
Cookie attack.
Can I roll very quickly?
If you want to.
Let me see what happens. Ooh, okay. I kicked the door right into their face.
Oh, wait. My associate's back. See, I told you wouldn't get
I basically kick open the front door and be like, "What's up, biatches?"
RWBY's like, "Ow, my cookie face."
Oh, great. You're having a hard time with these kids, aren't you?
Oh, not really. I mean, all I was tasked with was to keep them from entering the building, and I have. So
yeah,
I have been shocking the hell out of RWBY, Weiss, I don't think she's tried. She has tried to accelerate her to get her past me, but that's all she's been doing. And quite honestly, I don't want to fight Weiss because her family worries me to. Well, it did make it possible for me to get out of Mistral and.
Weiss looks at you.
Here, so.
Oh, you're that guy.
Yes, I'm that guy. The guy that saved your family from buying a fake. Welcome, by the way.
Well, you know what that deserves. Hey RWBY. Yeah. You know how you were in a lot of pain? Yeah. Here you go. You feel a certain well, what'd you say to Ron? There's the family jewels.
Yeah.
As she, at like max speed, semblance speed, as well as being accelerated by Weiss, slams her entire fist, which you notice that she still has a cookie in her mouth, into your nuts.
Into Rogue?
Yeah.
Oh,
Ouch!
He's not replacing anytime soon.
good.
I guess that confirms that her contract with them is terminated, huh?
I guess so. I mean,
Oh, well, real quick, roll
the
d20.
Paris too.
Well, like I said, Spare Team they're no big threat now.
True. I mean, they can't do anything.
Shockingly, your electricity did not zap the person who just chunks you in the nuts. Instead, zapped you. A lot. Incredibly painfully. In your nuts.
Why do you think we... Just...
It's almost as if RWBY's entire hand was encased with just a bullet of electricity and jammed into your nutsack.
So that was RWBY into that, not Weiss?
Yeah, well, Weiss basically supercharged her speed, but yeah, RWBY...
Okay.
It supercharged RWBY's supercharged speed into your nuts.
Alright, I finally made it here.
I swear, Azul, you're late.
You also notice there's about 100 Grim behind him.
Oh boy.
I'm fairly certain, Rogue, you're on the ground at this point.
No, I'm just gonna stay. I'm gonna
They
stay
better
on
win
the
pizza
ground and just follow up and recover.
RWBY looks at her hand and looks back at you. Oh, ew, ew, oh, ew, ew. Where's the nearest fire? Ew.
Hey RWBY, you want some peach pie?
Ew, 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 ew. She's like shaking herself violently. Ew. Ah, I touched it. Ew.
I just take out a cigarette and
Mars is like, RWBY, are you okay? Ew, ew, ew. Oh, ew. She's like randomly walking around.
Alright. I've had enough of this game. I'm gonna go deal with Miss RWBY.
Oh, hand sanitizer. Thank you. She starts like rubbing it. It's like pours a lot on her hands. Ah, much better.
Hey,
Sorry.
RWBY.
Hmm?
I think you might want to catch up to me because I might as well go kill your sister right now.
You notice that her entire point of being, like her entire personality, it almost looks like her shading just got darker. It's the only way I can really describe her properly.
Now that's what I want to see. Catch me if you can.
Uh-oh.
She practically
That's bad
barrels
news for
through you.
So that's 6.
Mm-hmm.
Bad news for Rogue. He has to fight all 100 of the
Actually, like RWBY like pushes Azul out of the way as she immediately just barrels past all of the Grim. The Grim look at Azul, look at the fact that he's now on the ground, look at the other person on the ground, and they make a weird connection. One's on the ground, the other one's on the ground. He must love Rogue.
Yeah, I'm just gonna roll, see if I recover, and
Let me see
Yeah,
if
see
he
if I
recovers and see what he can do. I want to just... Okay.
Alright, cool. Well, Rogue, you do have flipping the board, as well as blend in, so you blend into the ground. Your tears are helping a lot.
basically I've made a sinkhole under me. Basically,
Yeah, You blend into the ground, and they look at Zul again as they all start to crowd around Zul. It's kind of creepy, kind of disturbing, and there's about 100 of them staring at him, sitting there patiently, waiting for him to stand.
To see if they liked Rogues did. I don't know why.
I'm already.
Oh.
I'm already
Yeah, Roasted's already gone. But they made a weird connection with Rogue and you. They thought that you were in love with Rogue, and then Rogue disappeared, so they thought, oh, well, there's no possible way you could be in love with Rogue, therefore, you're all ours. So now they're standing, just staring at you, like 100 of them. It's kind of, it's like if you have an entire building of schoolgirls staring at you, and you know the fact that they all want to be with you, and it's very disturbing because if you aren't with them, they'll eat you.
anyway.
Not the best feeling in the world.
Well, they didn't keep their focus.
Weiss kind of just starts backing away.
They didn't keep their focus.
Oh
no.
Oh boy.
Means they're focused on her now.
Oh yeah.
I
They've
guess
completely ignored Rogue, but yeah.
I guess now they're after Weiss, but I guess she goes to get some help.
Yeah, there's about 100 Grim on Weiss now, and she is screaming as she is running for her life. In every way, shape, and form.
She'll live.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Rogue, are you still on the ground? Are you
What's
still
that?
on the ground?
I'm in the ground.
Just in the ground, just like my baby jewels.
In the ground, trying to blend in while I'm trying to recover and from that kicking the ball. So
Well,
Yeah.
there's no health potion that'll help with that.
A mental pain, man.
You are.
But so back to Roasted and Ruby here. Is Ruby is practically chasing him. All around town. Barely.
Stop at this one rooftop.
As she lands on it. Refuse to let you hurt my sister.
Oh, believe me, I'm not going to. I think my other friends is taken care of. Though I did tell him not to kill her.
I don't even know what Burnett is doing here.
Trampled my pie.
Oh no!
Oh no.
You just hear like the most heartbreaking no.
This ain't Darth Vader.
My pie.
As Ruby kind of like looks in the distance before looking back at you. Is your friend okay?
Ugh, don't mind him. He's into pastries.
Oh, well, okay. She turns her scythe back into, I would say, rifle mode, I guess. It's kind of like a shotgun, to be honest with you, but...
So I guess I turn my gun, since he turned it to rifle mode, I turn my things into shotguns.
As she points at you.
It's funny how both of us are always fated to fight.
Well, you see, I wouldn't need to fight you, except that you pose quite a large threat.
Pose a threat, kid? I am a threat. We've had this plan for a very long time. The fall of Vale is only the beginning.
She looks around her town, which she's probably fallen in love with in the past, 6 months.
It's funny how this is the how many times have we met?
She looks at you. A few times inside of the Coliseum, I think. I've seen a couple times.
My character pulls out his mask. Recognized me now?
Oh. You're him. That makes sense.
Yes, I am him. Cloak was my code name, but you may call me Midnight Shade. Assassin, infiltrator, thief at your service.
She, I would say curtsy, but she tends to bow in the show for some ungodly reason. So it's kind of like a cross between bowing and curtsying. It's kind of weird. But she does that curtsy bow to you. She's like, Ruby Rose, Huntress in training, and professional butt kicker at your service.
Oh wait, do I get a text on my has
Yeah.
off Ozpin now?
Cinder has just pounded Ozpin to the ground at this point as she sends you a text. It's a text picture of Ozpin's cup, but you know.
So I guess he's finally Oh well. I thought his fight would last longer.
I really suck at getting numbers.
I think all of us were terrible today.
So, that was to send a text to the whole crew. No, that text got redirected to Ruby's entire team saying, "My pie got trampled."
Ruby like pulls out her scroll and is like, "My pie got Do you know this number?"
Yeah, that's...
Oh, huh.
Oh well, I guess it's over with. Hold on.
Okay.
He pulls out his scroll. Give me a second. Imitation voice. Hello everyone. This is Ozpin. Protect the city with your life. No, I'm just playing with you all. He's totally dead.
You notice that, like, her face goes from, I want to give you a cookie, to, I'm going to break you.
Oh well, I guess Ozpin didn't put up much of a fight. How much of a fucking liar that prick is.
Notice her entire stance has now changed, as is once again unfold to her scythe mode as she jams it into the ground.
Alright, roll. I guess we're going to be rolling battle now.
Yeah, just don't do a
Okay.
RP. Yeah, you look up for a second from your scroll as, you know, you had it out, before her entire body slams into you at incredible speeds, knocking you clear off of the building and jamming you into the ground.
Let me see what I can do with that.
Hmm?
Oh,
That's
I use
nice.
my Grim Parasite and throw her against a building.
Ow! Does she do anything to that? She attempts to get out of the way, but the most that she can actually do is start swinging her scythe towards the parasite. You notice that immediately before the scythe edge comes in contact with the parasite, its entirety of its body recedes into you, dropping her to the ground.
You're still just a child.
Wait, aren't we the same age?
I meant not age-wise,
Oh.
mind-wise. You have no experience around you. Think the world is all funny and dandy and all that, and thinking that you can save everything. You can't. No matter how many times you try, you can't save everyone.
She
And
puts
it's
the scythe
nothing.
against the ground.
You couldn't save your family. You couldn't save everyone here. And I guess you should next time, if Ozpin ever reappears, you should ask him about Summer Rose.
What do you know about my mother?
I know more than you think. Did you know that Summer Rose used to be one of Ozpin's team members? Or, well, she was employed by Ozpin. There was 4 team members. Summer Rose, your mother, Crow,
Yang's dad and
father,
Yang's mother.
and Yang's mother.
I know.
But you really don't know anything. You know Ozpin lied to you so many times. Oh shit.
It just like Ozpin's line. Whee! I want my peach. She looks at you for a second. She's like, "Is that normal?"
You got one fucking good conversation. Anyway, as I was saying before, a bunch of Teletubbies decided to run after pies. Anyway, as I was saying, she was once on a team that Ozpin employed. Though, I do think that Ozpin covered up her death. I had nothing to do with that, though. But I think he covered up her death so you'd be more of a huntress. Though that is the truth of the matter, I have no idea what happened.
Well, we shall see in the future.
But I guess we're but I guess we should start fighting again.
You see, she immediately swings her scythe again, which does cause your parasite to go backwards again.
Yeah.
Also, because it was blocking a bullet from Azul. But your other other hand was holding a gun, which shot her in the side. Ow! I know
Let me
that.
see what I can.
I know that I cannot stop people from dying. She puts down, slams her scythe against the ground. I know that things are not all happy, fun times. I know that things suck, that things are painful, that everyone is in pain, that all we can think about is death, destruction. She blows a hole into a building, and burning buildings. Notice the building is actually completely on fire. Her bullet just made it explode more. But you know what? I don't want to live in a world where the only things that anyone ever sees. She immediately fires another bullet into your chest frame, which significantly hurts. I don't want to live in a world where there's only fire, destruction, and pain. Because you know what happens when you're inside a world like that? You become you. Ouch. I want to live in a world where, yes, there is pain, there is suffering, there is strife, there is glory, but there's also happiness, where I can pull out a cookie. She pulls out a cookie. While there's fire all around me, and someone gets a smile from it.
I shoot the cookie.
She looks at the cookie for a second, then looks back at you.
And then I punch her in the face. You are such an idiot! The world doesn't care about you. The world that you envision, it doesn't exist. It will never, ever change. Because you know what I'm going to do? He grabs her by the hair. I'm going to change this world. And the only way to do that is to burn it out. Hatred is the cause for everything. I lost my family to hatred. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to erase all humankind and all faunus kind, and reset everything. That way, everything will be better. The world is full of hatred, and that will never change. Even if you save it now, it would still go back to that. I will eliminate the cause for everything. All wars, hatred, and burn it out. Completely! Throwing her against another building.
She growls as you get slammed into a building by Midnight, who has a couple cookies in his hand. Apparently he raided a pastry shop. I don't know.
Azul, you mean?
Yeah, Azul, sorry.
By midnight, there's two midnight? Oh god.
Yeah. So Azul, he raided a
Probably
pastry
know
shop, it
what's
would
okay.
seem. Yeah. As he slams into you. I don't know where his character went. Oh, you're inside of him, sorry.
Can I please do something quickly?
Oh yeah, you're welcome to.
Okay, I drop kick him off of me.
Jeez.
Get off of me, you idiot!
I wasn't on you. I slammed you into a building by accident.
Yeah, both.
Okay, then. Use that 60 hit bust down.
Yeah. She growls as she grabs one of the cookies that Burnett is handing her, kind of looking at him curiously on why the hell he's there. So she looks at you, she's like, "The world does not exist right now. That is why I am a huntress. I will make the world better, not by removing the cause, because if you remove a cause, all that's going to happen is the rest of the world is going to begin to become that cause. I will fix the cause. I will create a world where everything can be happy, because that is a world that I want to live in. That is a world that I want to become."
My character looks down and says, Azul, can you please get out of the way for now?
Alright, but don't call me a Telly.
I wasn't calling you that. I was calling them. The Grim. The ones that were following you like a bunch of Teletubbies.
Oh.
Not you.
Still, don't use the term in...
You once again hear the Weisses screaming. You assume that they haven't stopped following her yet.
You know what,
I'm going to go check on
You know what, Ruby? I think I've had enough. You know, he pulls off his pendant. You and me, our types have been battling for years.
Hmm.
It's funny. You have silver eyes, and yet you know nothing about them.
She
I guess
puts a hand over her eye for a second.
What are you doing?
I was born with these eyes, and they have never been anything other than there. The world is what you make of it. That is it.
You barely know anything about. Didn't Ozpin? I think Ozpin told you that your eyes are special.
Yes. And to me, they are not. They are eyes. You see, the world is what you make of it. Nothing more, nothing less. My eyes are my eyes. Your pendant is a pendant. If you want to be more, it will become more. If you want to be less, it'll become less. So cookie, she holds out the cookie, is a bunch of pieces of chocolate and flour. It's delicious, but it's a bunch of it's a bunch of chocolates and flour. It's what you make of it.
You just hear me in the distance, and it's love!
And sugar. I forgot about sugar.
You know, allow me to show you what makes the pendant so special. And I'm about to show you what it means. The pendant glows red. And right now, you can see energy forming around him. The aura is getting thicker. And then the black aura just appears out of him and lets out a shout.
Are you? Huh. Yeah, it apparently was a prick to me. Hold on. I don't know why it's not there. Should be.
I'm sorry.
Oh, it's because it's too big. No, you're good. It's like it was uploading and then I thought it was uploaded already, but apparently it wasn't, so let me...
I'm sorry.
You could write down
You
something.
just wanted to put my character back on?
Yeah, we'll put that back on so I can move over.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll just put my character back on. Oh my god, he's giant.
I am gigantic. My enormous brains.
Since you guys can't see it, basically I have a black aura around me. My pendant is glowing red, and my eyes are glowing blue. Almost look like a demon of the shadows itself. This is the power that I've acquired.
She looks at you for a second and puts her scythe down once more as she leans against it. Interesting.
Ooh. Okay. Okay, let's... I don't know, double-clicking shit again.
There you go.
So basically, I run very fast, and okay, no. Actually, no, I form a grim scythe, a black scythe, and just slash her with it. I basically drag her through this building, like going through the whole building.
She groans as she gets slammed into the ground, more or less. Before she starts rolling, and she's wide, yo. Those hips go on for miles. As she starts rolling across the ground and looks at you. You're, I suppose, much stronger than I am.
I've had many years of experience, kid. Okay, I punch her again. I basically use my Grim Parasite and punch her again.
She manages to dodge out of the way this time. Again, her scythe going upwards. And again, your parasite slamming back into your arm. It almost seems afraid of her scythe for whatever reason. You assume because it can cut, but you're not quite sure. You know, that thing that you keep throwing at me does not seem to be very combatant.
I'm still experimenting with it. I guess you could say, oh, I might as well tell you, it's a Grim. A new type of Grim. I guess you could say it's a gift.
Interesting. Well, unfortunately, she pulls out, not cookie, what she pull out? She pulls out the only sweet I can think of at the moment is cookie. Somebody give me a different sweet, for the love of God.
Toaster strudel?
Sure, let's go.
I don't know, a brownie?
Oh, there we go, a brownie. She pulls out a brownie. You see, I like brownies.
Take a look at that.
Oh, that's really cool. Wait, can I get Damn it, I want 11. Oh well, something will work. I want to be like 11, 8, 10, 12, 10, 8, 11.
Okay.
Oh, a bit interesting. But anyway, she pulls out a brownie and shoves it into her mouth real quickly before she immediately slams her scythe down on the ground again, this time digging in further before she slams another cartridge into it. Unfortunately, I have to go meet up with my friends, especially Blake. I have a bad feeling about her, and so I cannot waste time dealing with you.
You're already too late for her.
Only time I'm too late is when I die.
Well, I'm thinking that Yang and Blake are pretty much run off. Though, let me see what I can do one more time. Things over with. I basically take her scythe and smash it over her.
Ow.
You know, kid.
She's on the ground.
She's very badly injured.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm gonna spare you now this time. But I'll tell you what, if you're never able to harness the power of your eyes, you will never have a chance.
Kind of like the Beowulfs.
She pulled.
Also, since he grabs her by the scarf and rips it.
Hey.
You know what? The biggest thing is that you are such a child with views around everything. You have no idea about nothing. Oh, there we go.
Yeah. This is what his character looks like at the moment.
Giant. I'm Godzilla. I don't have control.
Oh yeah, sorry. We just control by Midnight Shade. There you go. There.
Basically, I'm standing up,
Mm-hmm.
and I just say, you know what? I'll spare you this time. But I want to see where you're willing to go with this. Are you willing to go all the way, even make the hardest choices to save as many people as you can, or will you fall like all the rest? This world is nothing more than hatred and pain, and we'll see which RWBY ideals, which one the world prefers. I'm going to erase all of hatred permanently. And if you stand in my way, I will eliminate you. But I'm sparing you for now because I want to see how far you're willing to go. Will you become better, or will you fall?
She growls for a second before she grabs her scythe and starts twirling almost with it. And as her scythe goes over to you, she practically hops up off the ground and fires it. This is one of her special bullets, by the way, which makes her go at like 4 times her normal speed. And it hits you right in the chest frame as she like launches herself in the opposite direction. All the way upwards. Soaring past Rogue. Whoops. Oh yeah.
It's already too late.
Soars past Rogue as the last thing you can hear as she does this, by the way, is her simply saying more or less the line of hatred is necessary in order to continue the world, but with hatred comes love. As she immediately launches past you and past Rogue, who Rogue, are you still on the ground trying to recover from your glorious bits being bits?
Part that and part trying to stay away from any grid that's could attack me while I am vulnerable. So I'll be pointing real quick.
So far, you've managed to not encounter pretty much any Grim. You have seen Burnett go on what you would essentially call a rampage, as he's been just slaughtering Grim left and right. You're not quite sure if it's advancing your guys' goal or hindering it, but it doesn't really seem to be doing anything, so you're not really inclined to stop him. You also can't particularly move, but, you know.
Exactly.
I take a selfie. I take a selfie as Vale's burning around. What's up?
Rogue, you just see, like, Roasted walk over to you, just, like, take a selfie.
Is he out of it? He's out of his shadow form, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yep.
Alright.
So you took a selfie of destruction.
Why not? And besides, I could edit myself out. It would be the best way to send the world. Oh, that reminds me. Are they still is Fira and Cinder battling, or did they not even pay attention?
The reason why I believe Cinder had to battle Pyrrha in the first place was because Pyrrha, did Pyrrha have her Fall Maiden powers? I don't quite remember.
She did.
Okay, yeah, so since Pyrrha doesn't have her powers anymore, and more or less wasn't given the option to fight Pyrrha, because she was told explicitly by, Ozpin to leave, she would not be on the top of the tower, so.
So at this point, Cinder doesn't see Para as a threat anymore.
Pretty much,
The machine's destroyed, so, and she has the full main powers, so.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, doesn't the Grim Dragon come?
Let's see. It normally is awakened because
Let me see if I can
of...
awaken it.
Yeah, it normally is awoken because of Penny dying and how all the emotions around that, as well as Yang being the living hell out of a nearly unconscious person. So with all the mainly it was the death portion, but because there's not as much I suppose negative emotion as there was in the other one. Well, not quite to the same height. The dragon has not awoken yet. You do notice that the mountain is shimmering slightly, but it does not appear to actually be woken up. More like it's drowsy and wants to go back to sleep. So.
The only heavy emotions is the emotions I have, killing the whole
Yeah, most of the city of Vale is on fire. Pretty much all of Beacon is burned to the ground. At least half the people inside of Vale are now dead. As such, the amount of suffering, I guess, is lessened. So unfortunately, a dragon has not quite woken up. You attempt to wake up a little bit, but it doesn't seem doing anything.
But my character reminds Rogue. Didn't you? Please tell me you planted some bombs underneath the road at least a little bit.
I laugh early. You failed. You never doubt me. I always do. I plan an extra. As I weakly reach in my pocket and raise my hand up on a trigger, and we hear a click, and boom goes the road.
Go all the way back. Yeah.
Before I go, I gotta do something. He heads over to a Grim band that apparently he asked to pick up a few pieces of musical instruments, and he asks them to play them out.
The Grim band looks confused, because they are grim. But you notice they do manage to pick up the stuff fairly well. You also notice that Malachi is absolutely nowhere to be seen. Although you're fairly certain from what Burnett has randomly told you, since he keeps randomly passing by that general location, that Burnett and not Burnett, that Malachi and Adam seem to be in a fight and such. Malachi seemed to be losing, but it's Adam, so kind of figured it. But yeah. Anyway, so the band starts playing, as you guys can hear.
Explosions, and I might have planted some bombs under the academy. So
nice. How did the theme go? It was
It was Traversky. I'll play it in the.
Yeah.
Oh, if anyone's seen, if anyone's seen, V for Vendetta.
Yeah.
Basically, that intro, Academy just.
That was fantastic.
Like
Yep.
I'll play a little bit quick of it.
Along with the overture of 1812.
Whoops.
Good job.
We're professionals here, boys.
I know, right?
There you go.
So.
They play this music for.
It's not fun.
Make sure you're recording.
You guys hear explosions from the left and the right, in front of you, from around you, on the ground. Everywhere you guys can see, the things are exploding. You guys also notice that the entirety of this is being filmed live as well, from about 15 billion cameras. So
I
many
love
cannibals.
Well, I always not on the show.
That is true, yeah. So you guys have managed to completely take down Vale, take down Beacon, which I believe is right here, maybe? Or just...
Yeah, close to that.
Yeah, somewhere around there. I don't know. This map is not exactly 100% there, but it's close enough. Yeah, accurate, but it's close enough. And we're just going to say that this town of Vital is actually flying, more or less, and it's back to its general location. But anyways, so hopefully you guys enjoyed this Insanity. That's the end of Vale. Like, literally, the entirety of Vale is now destroyed. So it's interesting. So next episode, let me zoom out a little bit. Let me go back to the main map on.
I'll just put it here. There we go.
Is that... Ah, world map. There you are.
Up in flames,
Fire.
in ruins.
Yeah.
There we
Pick
go.
anything in.
Yeah,
That's
there you
Vale.
go. Booyah. Wow. Alright, let's see. Let me move this.
So, yeah,
place
all
it
of
back.
Vale is gone.
Pretty much, yeah. It is just
No more.
dead. So on the next couple episodes, next stuff like that, we're going to differ greatly from the original show, because obviously we have to, because you guys have gotten past where this is basically the introduction almost of the entire thing, is what you guys have gone currently. That's why you guys met the villains so many, the heroes so many times. Is why, you know, everything was very similar. So in the next couple episodes, we're going to kind of sort of differ from the normal show. Obviously, I'm assuming you guys are going to be going to Mistral, or you guys could go Vale. It's one, Vacuo. It's one of those two. But so you guys should be seeing lots of differences between here and the villain and the heroes. If you guys go check out the heroes, you guys can see that their Vale is not destroyed, which is the #1 difference between this world and the other world. So if you guys are interested in seeing how that's going to play out, how they are going to complete whatever the mission is, they don't even have a mission yet. They have not gotten one yet. So it should be interesting to see everything out. If you guys are watching this really, really intently, you'll notice I have laid down a lot of weird plot hooks. I've laid down a lot of... I've actually mentioned who are the maidens, every single one of the maidens in this entire story. I have actually brought in every single maiden that you guys will find in the future.
Who are the maidens then?
I can't tell you that. Obviously, Cinder is one of the maidens. But the other 3 maidens I have brought in so far. So if you guys have been paying a lot of attention, you guys will notice some weird bits and pieces. The Winter Maiden, you guys might not be able to tell who it is yet. That's semi on purpose, but it might be interesting to you. So keep looking. Post in the comments who you guys think are the maidens. I'm really excited to kind of like throw that as a surprise onto all of you and, you know, show you guys that stuff. I think I am going to keep...
So wait, we've met the maidens?
You have met
You're
all
saying?
4 of the maidens. Not all of you have met all 4 of the maidens, but but in total, your entire group has met all 4 of the maidens.
Oh my gosh, is it that fucking Ironwood's group?
You guys have... I'm not going to specify anything past that. Yeah, I'd love to see you guys' heads turning on it. But yeah, you guys have met all 4 of the maidens so far. Every single one you guys have met at some point in the last, 12 episodes, I think? Yeah, 12 episodes. Inside of your world.
I think Diana is one of them.
So I love to have you guys' minds start turning, you know, see what you guys think. Post in the comments below who you think the maidens are or are going to be. I might even switch up some maidens potentially depending on you guys' answers if I can find one that I like even more than ones I have currently. I doubt I will, but it's always a possibility. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Huh?
I guess we're going back to Crucible for the next episode.
Yeah. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, please like, comment, subscribe. For all those who are currently wondering, in order to get into the air quote facilities, I guess, the vaults, you do need a maiden to touch the door. You don't necessarily need the maiden's powers. You don't need the maiden's things. You just have to you don't even need consensually touch door. You just need a maiden to have physical contact with one of the vault doors. And they have to be alive. That's the only qualifications, I guess. A maiden has to be alive and they have to touch the door probably with their hand, but that's debatable since, I don't know, you can chop off a maiden's hand and they'll still be alive. So that's debatable. But, yeah, just for anybody who's currently wondering how that's going to work. And the one inside of Vale, as Osmond said, isn't in Vale itself. So you guys are going to have to find a way to figure out where that location is, which is going to be very interesting to see. But anyways, check out the... Huh?
Probably it's going to be there or something.
Yeah, it's somewhere on this continent. It's actually really, really simple if you think about it, which is what Osmond typically does. It's really simple if you think really hard about it. But yeah, so hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Go check out the rest of our stuff. Go check out the Heroes Jumpchain if you guys want to stay kind of synced up on what's going on and when the crossover videos happen or anything like that. Or just go and check out the crossover videos when it happens. Vacuo is a fun place, by the way. It might be a little bit terrifying for you. Huh?
We'll have to see.
Yep.
We'll have to see because we have a choice between Vacuum. Out.
I have a feeling it's going to be in Vacuo.
You guys are welcome to choose either one. But anyways, and go check out the rest of our stuff, including my new Patreon. I have a Patreon for me editing audio, so if you guys want me to add some audio and whatnot, I have my own Patreon. I'll link it in the description below. I think it's like Patreon Sinspeaks or something of that sort. And yeah, hopefully I'll see some of you guys in the future. Auf Wiedersehen.
Later, guys.
The chaos has reigned.